It's another zombie apocalypse TV show. This is Popcorn Recap, and today we're going to be recapping Black Summer.
Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, and of course subscribe to the channel if you dig the breakdown. Episode 1 begins in a suburban neighborhood under a partly cloudy sky. Driveways lie empty. The sound of a civil defense siren blares as it echoes throughout the entire suburbs. Rose and her husband Peter stare out at the open blinds covering a window. As the siren stops, the married couple grab their backpacks filled with loot from the home of an Asian family. Rose makes her way to a bedroom to get her daughter Anna. The little girl starts packing up and stuffs pictures in her bag. Her mother crouches beside her and grabs the rest of her small toys. They exit the room and meet the father at the front door. They leave the house and glance around the neighborhood. Groups of about 3 to 4 people begin leaving certain residences, and they all begin jogging to a specific destination. The accumulating group of people pass a spray paint sign that warns looters will be shot. The other members of the group carry backpacks and duffel bags as they jog along the street. They reach their destination beyond a chain-link barrier where men in uniforms meet civilians by the military transport trucks. The family of 3 stay in line as they patiently wait their turn to be shortly interviewed. As the crowd of people wait their turn, 2 military aircrafts fly above. In an adjacent line, a Korean woman named Sun rushes toward the other truck, but a soldier pushes her back and pulls his gun on her. Meanwhile, Anna is told by her father to proceed first as soldiers begin scanning them. The other military truck drives away. A soldier grabs the little girl and looks at her face. Peter asks them to go easy on the child. The soldier asks for IDs and weapons that they're carrying. He turns to Peter and the soldier notices something is wrong. The soldier pulls Peter aside and starts searching for any weapons. Peter reacts upon being touched in a specific area. The soldier asks if he's injured. Peter denies and says they're only stomach cramps. The soldier taps the middle-aged man's midsection. Peter grunts in pain. Then the soldier orders the civilian to unzip his jacket and to unbutton his shirt, revealing a blood-stained shirt. The soldier lifts Peter's shirt and reveals a blood-stained bandage. The soldier hits Peter with his gun, pushing him off. Rose rushes to her husband. When the military truck begins driving away, Rose chases after it and shouts to Anna to wait for them in the stadium. Explosions begin happening, so they run to a house for cover. Moments after several explosions, Peter begs Rose to leave because he knows he won't be let through anywhere. After they argue, Rose offers to bring Peter some water. She makes her way to the kitchen. Several seconds later, she hears a sound. She finds an old woman inside a bedroom. Then she hears objects clattering in the living room. Rose stops at the entrance of the kitchen and she finds a puddle of blood staining the kitchen floor. She runs into the bathroom and realizes that Peter has turned. The now zombified Peter runs and kills the old woman, giving Rose some time to run out of the house. Peter sprints after Rose, who reaches a chain-link fence topped with barbed wire. Rose begins climbing as Peter tries to grab her. The zombie gets shot by a soldier holding a handgun. The soldier shoots Peter several times before shooting him in the head, saving the woman. Rose goes over to the soldier and asks for his help. Ryan, a deaf individual, strolls through the neighborhood and reaches a street with an SUV that runs over a woman. Ryan attempts to help the woman who just got run over. Sun grabs Ryan and they run away from the injured woman, reaching another area of the neighborhood. Barbara, an old woman, is driving a silver minivan and stops beside an industrial farm. She begins looking at the map to find out where she is. Suddenly, a man by the name of Ben tries to tell Barbara that he has a family and they need her help. Ben manages to convince the old woman to let him in the car after several attempts. Barbara moves to the passenger seat and lets Ben in the driver's side. Ben threatens Barbara to get out of the car, making a fool out of the old woman. Barbara gets out of the car when all of a sudden another man by the name of William intervenes as he opens the door and begins punching Ben. Barbara enters the back seat of the car as she watches the other man beat Ben up. The injured woman that Ryan tried to help earlier eventually dies and turns into a zombie. She goes around the neighborhood in a fit as she tries to look for victims. She passes by several houses and people who manage to run away from the zombie. The zombified woman finds 2 people walking and runs towards them, attacking the person who's accompanying a guy named Lance. Lance runs down another street as his companion gets attacked. A black man is escorted by 3 military men inside a random house. He's left there to be guarded by a soldier named Spears. They talk a little bit, and then the black man decides to use the toilet. When they reach the toilet, the black man attacks Spears and manages to shoot him in the head with the handgun. The black man stares at Spears' uniform and later wears it. A group of people run towards a blocked entrance towards the bridge. Rose with the black man in Spears' uniform, Ryan with Sun, Lance, and several more civilians. The soldiers tell them that they cannot leave the place because they're under attack. Sun eventually manages to get through, and so do the rest of the civilians. Sun sprints towards the silver minivan and rides in the passenger seat. William stops punching Ben and goes to the driver's seat and drives off with Sun and Barbara. Rose and the black man aren't able to catch up and decide to find a vehicle. Rose calls over Ryan and Lance walking behind them, telling them that they could go with Rose and the black man. Later, William is driving the minivan. In the passenger seat, Sun glances at William and looks at his bloody knuckles. She then looks at Barbara in the back seat, who looks at her wide-eyed. William reassures them that he isn't going to do anything to them. As William drives, he offers a bottle of water to Sun and asks if she speaks English. Sun shakes her head and drinks. She then offers the bottle to Barbara, who also takes a drink of water. William also asks Barbara if she speaks English and asks where she's from. Barbara, scared that she might get thrown out of the car because she believes she's dead weight, tries to show her shiny bracelets and tells them that if they can bring her to the stadium with them, she can pay. William reassures that he won't dump her. He then asks the two women if they have any weapons. As they drive along the neighborhood, they pass an abandoned military truck with smoke rising from its propped hood. Sun looks at the military truck and somehow recognizes it. William tells Barbara to navigate, but since the old woman doesn't have her glasses with her, she can't. Sun takes the map from Barbara. She speaks in Korean and a little bit of English as she tries to give directions to William. They continue to drive down the street, making a left. They find a sedan and an SUV sitting crashed together as smoke rises from the cars. Debris and garbage litter the street. Through a gap and buildings to their left, Sun notices a black pickup truck driving on a parallel road. The minivan drives through an intersection as the pickup truck continues on the parallel road at the same speed. Sun points to William about the truck following them. Sun believes that they're following them because they want their gas. Barbara agrees. In between homes, William glances towards the pickup, keeping pace with them. At the next intersection, William makes a hard right turn. The black man, we'll just call him Spears at this point, travels with Rose, Lance, and Ryan. They pass by abandoned cars with open doors and trunks. Spears carries the gun. They look around as they walk. They approach an older woman with a girl in a gray car. Rose asks Spears if they should help them. As Rose approaches the car, the older woman inside raises a gun as the group passes, threatening them that if they come any closer, she's going to shoot. Spears pulls Rose away and warns her that she might get shot. They hear a man shout, and the group stops and hesitates. Beyond an adjacent chain-link fence, a man with a backpack and a woman run in front of an old pickup truck. On the opposite side of the fence, Rose and the group crouch as they watch. A heavier man runs after the two people by the pickup truck, flailing his arms. The couple circles the truck, trying to get away from the zombie. The zombie is able to tackle the woman as Ryan stands up and gapes. Rose pulls him back down, signaling him not to do anything. Beyond the fence, the man with the backpack tries to pull the zombie away. He snarls at him, so the man runs away. After the man bites the woman's neck, he goes running after the man with the backpack. The woman convulses and stands. She turns and sprints towards the two men. On the opposite side of the fence, Spears stands up and moves on. Meanwhile, William, Barbara, and Sun drive along the road. They turn to a side street and weave through abandoned cars. William believes the road sucks and wants to get off the area. Sun argues with William in Korean. The man says he knows the area and is confident that he knows his way around. The minivan pulls onto a gravel road beside a fenced-in facility. They hear a loud clunk hitting the car and begin looking around. People outside the car start throwing heavy objects at the minivan as it drives by, breaking the back window. William drives away and runs over a shopping cart filled with flaming debris. Behind them, a woman throws a Molotov cocktail, causing the back of the car to be in flames. After they drive several meters away from the incident, Sun glares at the man driving. The minivan turns onto a street. William realizes that they're dragging something. Sun tells him to stop so she could check on the problem. The driver promises that he will not leave Sun behind. Barbara reassures her that they'll be there and tells her to be careful. She checks the driver's side rear tire and glances at the street behind them. She begins tugging on a child's bicycle wedged in the minivan. She pulls and the bicycle inches out from underneath. In the distance, a running man turns to the street. William honks the horn as Barbara shouts for Sun to get in the car. Sun glances behind her and finds a zombie running toward them. She's able to yank the bicycle out and runs back to the passenger side. The zombie catches up to them and hangs onto the car. After several attempts, with the zombie almost killing William, they manage to kill it. William also apologizes for not listening to Sun. Not long after, they come across the same black pickup truck from earlier. William tries to drive away through a residential street. He tries to turn left and right several times and attempts to lose the pickup truck, succeeding after turning and hiding between properties. Sun finally introduces herself to them. Rose and the group walk through the streets trying to find a car that they can use. Rose asks Spears if he can contact anyone, but Spears says no. Lance notices the same car they saw earlier. Spears realizes that there's a different driver. He points the gun at them as it drives by slowly. Rose notices that the same little girl is there, but the mother is gone. The car drives away. The minivan continues to drive, and eventually the black pickup truck catches up to them and attempts to run them off the road. Both vehicles crash into a stopped semi-trailer, killing Barbara and the pickup truck driver, both of whom turn. The episode ends with the surviving occupants being able to escape their vehicles, and they flee to an abandoned diner while being chased by the now zombified Barbara and the pickup truck driver. Sun enters the diner, followed by William. They let the two people from the pickup enter the diner for safety. And if you want to know more, drop a comment below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like. It really helps the channel.